Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In our reading today in Psalm 9, we have instructions given at the top of the psalm for the musicians, and it says that it's for the choir director on Muth-labben, and that is translated into death of the sun. And in a lot of translations, they actually translate it for you, and it basically means to the tune of the death of the sun. And as you read that and you think about that, what is this tune to the death of the sun? It must have been, and we can, at least when we imagine what that might be, we think that it was probably some very bleak, probably some minor chord dirge that's depressing and sad and soulful. But when you read the psalm itself, that's not what you get. It's starting out with praise to God. You have the victory of God over his enemies. You have the rule of God also there. You have the salvation of God mentioned. And you have God executing judgment. All these different things going on in the psalm, which are good things, that are praiseworthy things, but they're to be sung to the tune of the death of the sun. And I wonder what that would have originally sounded like. But as you think about it, and if we reflect on it, really our whole lives should be to the tune of the death of the sun. Now, not this literal tune that was given to the psalm, whatever it might have been, but the death of the sun, that is, of Jesus Christ. Each day that we live, from the time we wake up till we go to sleep at night, each and every day, our lives should be tuned to the death of the Son, to the death of Jesus Christ, continually living under the shadow of the cross, living a life based on the death of Christ, on the crucifixion of Christ, our approach to God being on the basis of what Christ has done for us on the cross. Really, our whole lives should be to the tune of the death of the Son. And as I say that, some might think, well, that sounds very bleak, to live your whole life based upon a crucified person 2,000 years ago. And that might seem like a very sad way of living, maybe very morbid way of living. But it's not that at all. When we live to the tune of the death of the Son, we have the same things that are found in the psalm. There's praise. We recognize and praise God for the wonderful things that he's done for us through Christ. There's victory through Christ's death. He gave us victory over the enemy. There's also God being a ruler. Christ in his crucifixion brought about the kingdom of heaven, in which God's rule continually expands on this earth. There's also salvation found in the death of the Son, and judgment that will be ultimately brought about through the death of the Son, and actually was done at the cross when God really pronounced judgment on sin as Jesus Christ hung on the cross. And so when we tune our lives to the death of the Son, it shouldn't be something that we shy away from or think that that's a horrible way of living, but that's actually a very glorious way of living, because God did some wonderful things, gracious things at the cross. And when we tune our lives to what God has done on the cross, it brings out beautiful things in our lives. It brings beautiful things in our heart as we praise God for the things that he's done for us, but it also brings beautiful things in our lives as we live out the love that God has shown us to other people and demonstrate the mercy and compassion and love of God in the way that we live each and every day. So that's our encouragement today. Let's tune our lives to the death of the Son. Let's live a life in tune with and in connection with the death of Christ. And in doing so, we can make some beautiful music and live a beautiful life. So with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.